Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Pathfinder Plays. And today is a big day because Dead Matter has released their biggest vlog yet, I believe. Maybe not in size or duration, although it's pretty close, but definitely in importance and progress. The things that we saw in this developer vlog were absolutely superb in comparing the way the characters act and the physics and the home improvements such as the curtains and furniture and lighting and ambience, and comparing that to the previous gameplay videos or developer vlogs. It's not even a question of how much this game has improved. Anyways, going on. First off, they apologize for taking so long for the dev vlog, but hey, 15 minutes approximately of vlog and 15 minutes of gameplay, that pretty much makes it up to me. The first thing first, guys, okay, so Dead Man's Flats, that's what they've been working on primarily for a long time. It is finally finished, and there's tons of apartments, hotels, residential areas in that area. And now they're currently working on, and have been working on Canmore, which is the second largest town, and this is where you're going to be finding some really juicy stuff, such as the police station, the commercial buildings, the houses. There's outskirts to Canmore as well that have also passed their optimization pass, which they said is the last pass, which also houses industrial buildings like a concrete plant and a recycling building, and they said that those would make fantastic choices for a hardy group of survivors. The tool belt has completed its first pass, and the thing about the tool belt, if you guys don't know, is that it gives your character permanent item persistence on specific items. So the things that they have on there right now for sure is a key ring and a wallet. And the key ring obviously houses keys to houses, buildings, trunks of cars, other vehicles, things like that. And those don't go away whenever you die if they're on your tool belt. And then the wallet holds currency and key cards, and you get to see the wallet kind of intact and playable as is in the gameplay footage. He's stacking up the dollars or whatever the heck they have, and then they freak out about having a key card, and there's like 2 key card slots, and it looks really, really fantastic. Alright, the next thing about the inventory, it looks smooth, it makes amazing noises, and it's satisfying to open and close and shuffle things around. They've made it to where you can store items in other items, so you can think of DayZ storing some meat in a pot or whatever. Dynamic weapon pouches, which this isn't anything revolutionary, but it's a very nice quality to life aspect that they have implemented, which obviously with DayZ and maybe Tarkov as well, depending on the kind of pouches or gear you have on, will depend on how many weapon slots you get. You can combine and stack like items, and world containers make sounds others can hear. So if you're opening a door, if you're closing a chest, if you're doing this or that, cabinets and drawers, that can make a sound that other people, or zombies for that matter, can hear. So you need to be very, very careful. As far as the character mesh in-game, the character models, they look absolutely fantastic. And they have been working so stinking hard on the cosmetics of the game. The clothing that they show, just a few pieces, purely restricted to occupational classes, looked phenomenal. And that's one of their goals for closed alpha, they said, is to have every occupation having a matching outfit. And that would be great for roleplay. And also it'd be kind of cool to mix and match some of that stuff as well. The AI is looking a lot better, but if I had to say one thing, I mean, the zombie animations, which is not artificial intelligence, I don't think, but the animations of the zombies are still just super wonky. And a little bit with the character models as well. But besides that, the AI for the zombies has come a huge way. You guys ready for this? Listen to this. The zombies now try to surround and trap you, not just run at you. So you know in DayZ how zombies can kind of be a threat if there's a lot of them? Okay, now imagine that they're kind of intelligent, and they run to your left, and to your right, and to your front, and to your rear, and they literally try to surround you. They're tacticians now. And if there's a horde of them, and you and your friend are like, oh, don't worry, man, I'll draw them away, you go run over there and get the gear. No, they will split up and chase down both of you, or 3 of you, or however many of you there are. It's insane. I love it. They also added a bear, and the hunting system is being developed. And so far you can harvest skin, bones, and antlers, obviously, if the animal has antlers to harvest. For houses, there's the curtains, which I don't know if you guys remember the curtains in the previous devlogs, like one of the original ones, I believe. And the curtains were just kind of like, you click a button, it was open, click a button, it was closed. Well, apparently the Unreal Engine unlocked some sort of a physics engine for the curtains specifically, and they are now taking advantage of that, and the curtains is a gradual open, gradual close, and it looks flipping beautiful. And what they do is they block light, they block your player visibility, and the only thing that would take away the perks of having the curtain closed is if you stand in front of it at nighttime with a light behind you, because then you're going to create a silhouette on your body, and that ain't no good. The windows themselves, however, to counteract the light at nighttime and creating a silhouette, is you can put newspaper on the windows with like glue and water or something else that they said, which they labeled that as tier 0 for barricading. So I'm not sure if it has been talked about officially in the Discord or somewhere else, but this pretty much means that there's multiple tiers of barricading. You're not restricted to just one simple style of barricading, like, oh, okay, I gotta go put wood up over the windows, how original. No, there's different tiers. So if this is tier 0, I want to know how many tiers there are, I want to know what materials I can use, and I want to know where I can find them. Building claiming, you can now claim the majority of buildings on the map, which is huge, because if you were restricted to just seeing buildings but knowing you can't occupy them for whatever reason, that would take away the immersion, because some buildings that would not have been originally occupiable would have been great vantage points or save locations or something like that. But now you can do that, so that's good. Furniture you can disassemble or reuse. Animations, in terms of aiming down sights, it's now procedural, which means that you can do any animation essentially while aiming down sights. So you can check your magazine, you can reload, all while aiming down sights. You could probably wave your hand at somebody while aiming down sights at them. You know, it only takes one hand and one arm to hold up a rifle. They talked about sounds a little bit, and they were talking about how the gunshots in the distance and everything like that sounds just so perfect that you can hear someone's last moments as they slowly and frantically die to the zombie horde that they attracted. So that's really, you know, that's beautiful. In terms of weapons, there are so many flipping weapons in this game, and they're adding more that you would normally find as a civilian in Canada. So good on them. You can now use different ammos with the same gun, and the example they gave was the shotgun, and that one can obviously use buckshot and slug, but they threw in a little spicy ammo type boy called the flare. So yes, you can set people on fire, or use that as a distraction mechanism. The backer weapons are in also. The SVD Dragunov, the 416 variants, the 22 rifle that has like the 100-round magazine codenamed the Honeycomb or Beehive or whatever the heck it is. The 12-gauge boomstick and the P90 SMG. All those are insanely good, and I am happy for those backers, not gonna lie. Grenades. You can overhand throw them, underhand throw them, and you can cancel the toss by holstering it back into your inventory and not blow yourself up, so that's nice. The vehicles have functioning radios, which will be extremely important towards the beginning of the server life whenever you hear radio stations still operable, and later in the server life whenever characters and players rather have taken over the radio stations or are broadcasting from other locations. They also made good animations for driving in first person, and the thing that they showed was, you know, overhand, underhand kind of steering mechanics and looking around and physics in the vehicle. It looks superb, I have to say. Also, what we saw is that you can hop in the back of a truck, and it's not like a single slot back there. You have free roaming capabilities in the bed of a truck. And so you can lay down, you can crouch, you can stand up, you can move around. So you can go through a town prone and no one's going to see you. You're not restricted in the bed of a truck, which is amazing to me. As far as static vehicles go, you can shoot out the windows and the tires, and you can open up all the doors. And you'll also be able to find keys in close proximity to it somewhere that will enable you to open up the trunk to give yourself some very good gear. There's a new weather system as well, and I thought the original one was pretty good, but this one is based on meteorology formulae, and it's completely dynamic and takes time of year into account. And it comes with proper soundscapes from the mind who created the soundscapes from The Long Dark, which I'm a huge fan of the soundscapes in that game and the ambience in general. It's phenomenal, so I'm really excited to actually immerse myself in that kind of experience. If you're trying to get a hold of an admin of the server that you're playing on in the future, they've made it very simple. You just type /request with your message, and you'll be typing with an admin who's online playing at that time. But also, the admins will be able to teleport to you, teleport you to them, and teleport you back again, that kind of stuff. So if you want to have a little face-to-face with them, you can. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to essentially wrap it up. I don't think I've seen a game this improved in a long time. The things that they've added, the level of detail that they're showing, there's so many things. I've never been excited just watching somebody loot a building. But the sounds, the clicking and the drawers opening and the jingling and the walking around and simply putting paper on the windows, it's some of the coolest flipping things I've ever seen, and I really do want to play it. Unfortunately for all of us though, we can't play it yet, because once again, they have delayed the closed alpha for another 3 months approximately. It'll come out, maybe, in June. And I'm not really holding my breath for that either, because I've never seen a team with some of the best, but also some of the absolute worst PR. I've never seen this where they are so open and honest with their development, but also at the same time give so many false positives, saying, oh yeah, here, we'll release it in 2018, we'll release it in 2019, we'll release it early 2020. All of those are false for whatever reason. And now within a month of the closed alpha release date, they delayed again for another 3 months. And after seeing the 15 minutes of gameplay, I honestly don't understand it. It looks playable enough to me for a closed alpha. As far as closed alphas, or as they say in their blog, pre-alpha, their pre-alpha looks better than some completed games. Unless it was all completely scripted and only those small sections of the world were optimized. But assuming that the whole world that they have completed acts and functions in those ways, I don't see what the problem is. You're playing with multiple people right there. The server, they said, isn't the issue. They said the networking is fine. So I would like to hear your guys' thoughts on that. Are they just being kind of picky right now? Trying to have the perfect game, which is never going to happen no matter how good it is, because nothing's perfect? Are they just genuinely concerned and willing to risk some more bad PR to get the game right? Is this a good move? Is this a bad move? After seeing the dev blogs, what do you guys think about that? I would really want to know. Leave it in the comments below. But that will do it for me today, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic dev blog. Kind of disappointing development blog and roadmap, not gonna lie. You gotta take the good with the bad, I suppose. If you guys want to see some more great Dead Matter content, I'd recommend going to go check out Player 2. And I'll link his channel in the end screen and also down in the description. And if you guys like scare, survival, and scavenging, consider hitting the subscribe button from me. And I will see you guys in the next one. Path out.